And I want to, in fact, I've just, I felt this so powerful. I felt it so powerful. I was going through Robin Sharma, his, section in YouTube. And this is what he said. And this really made me rethink again as to what am I seeing and what am I doing. These are the exact word he said. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. And this is what is so prominent, means every time, whenever I make a judgment or a decision or anything, I'm sure we all see it as per our point of view, not as a reality. We say in NLP, I'm an NLP coach, that is neuro-linguistic programming coach, all right? What it is said is basically we have filters in our mind, all right? And we have certain mental maps in our mind because of our past experience, however we've been conditioned in our childhood, and those past experience and conditioning has led to certain filters in our mind, and then we now look at things as we see through our filters, right? Like, it's the same case as whether I'm seeing the 6 or you're seeing the 9. So we are all both correct, but because we are from a different point of view, we might have a conflict. So that is why the conflicts in the world is happening. Sometimes it is outside, sometimes it is within. So we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. How do we kind of decipher it or decode it? It is so important. And with this, I would like to suggest that we have certain belief patterns within us. We have certain thought patterns, value system within us, which determines our being. And then how do we portray it outside in the world? It's all determined through there. All right. So once again, as I told you, awareness is the basic tool of unleash the power. And you have to understand, the more we are aware of our own thoughts, of our what we are portraying in the world, how people are looking at us, and the more closer we are towards reality. All right. That means getting down all the masks and filters that we have through our own insight, through our own awareness. That's when we have reached the truth. And once we reach the truth, then truth being permanent, truth never changes. It never changed in the past, nor it will change in the present, nor in the future. The more closer we are towards the truth, the better person we are. We know what is what, and that is how we can, go through the entire pattern of living a life of directness, of absolute assertiveness. So I would request you to understand that this is where we need to work on, okay? It is unleash, and what is power? Let us find out. So as I said, it is nothing that I'm going to unleash a ferocious lion and, the lion's going to rush out. Well, the release of focused energy towards a goal. Today, distraction has become the biggest means of our downfall. It is anti-creative. It is leading us to a life of mediocrity. I'll come to that too. Distraction in terms of social media, in terms of, we are so easily interrupted. We don't have that focus and flow anymore. Any ring on the doorbell, now that we are working from home, or any notification sound on our mobile, and our entire concentration goes for a toss. And it says it takes about 20 minutes to come back to that concentration, that deep concentration you should have for a work. It is also said that we kind of swipe our phone 200 to 500 times a day. Now, beat this. Isn't it? There's a lot of time that we are wasting, and we are not getting into the depth of our of our being, of our flow. We are working still on a superficial level, and anything on a superficial level will give what results? As Anthony Robbins says, if you're doing an excellent job, you'll get good results. Excellent job. But if you're doing a mediocre job, you'll get no results. So his thing is, you have to be super excellent and super attentive in your job, and then you will get the results that is of your standard. And that is where the entire thing is, that If I am going to be easily interrupted, distracted, anybody can take my time away, time vampires, energy vampires, well, that is where my downfall is going to happen. Okay, because I'm going to be on a superficial level, on a very surface level, and on surface level, we can do very substandard job or substandard results come out. Okay, so this is what it is. It is unleashing the release of focused energy towards a goal. And this is what my entire being or entire webinar is going to be all about. All right. And now what is power? Well, the alignment of the BMS. Okay, and the agreement in every fiber. Now, what is BMS? Body, mind, and soul. Okay, what you are, absolute alignment of these three things. Who you are, where are you from, what are you doing, why is your being so important to you, your ikigai, your reason for being has to be aligned. Because when it is aligned, the cells have a memory. They remember everything. Anything that is aligned and has a deep intention, your cells, your nerves, your entire brain will start working towards it, and you will feel very congruent. And you feel congruent, you do great stuff. But if you're conflicted within, that means your cells are also remembering some conflicts, your brain is giving different signals at different point of time. Well, that is when things are going to be very conflicted within you, in your words, and even outside. So the whole point over here is the power comes when you are congruent, and we'll come to another term called, I'll just come to it in a bit. But when you are absolutely congruent, not only in thought, words, and action, that is different. That is again on a different level. Body, mind, and soul. You know why you are here on planet Earth. You know the reason that the life is temporary. You know that you have certain time on this plane, on this earth plane, and what is the reason for your being becomes your purpose of living. When you come from that zone, the power is yours. You feel so powerful within. Outside, things will change. Jack Canfield once said, and it is his famous formula, E plus R equals to O. Jack Canfield, if you know, he has written many books called Chicken Soup of the Soul, the whole series of it. Plus, he is a motivational speaker, and you can Google search him. Most of us know about it, right? So he said E plus R equals to O. What does E stand for? E stands for events, R stands for the response, and O stands for outcome. Now listen. Events are outside. Events are something which we cannot have control on. Sometimes we'll have great days. Sometimes we'll have real bad days. All right. Sometimes people will suddenly take away our time. Sometimes some guest will walk in. An immediate project has to be submitted, whatever it is. Sometimes we'll be firefighting, and sometimes it'll be like a holiday in Venice. All right, absolutely relaxed. Okay, so E is the event which rushes towards our life, okay, which we have no control, and this is where your E plus R means your response towards the event, not reaction towards the event, not that R, the response towards the event. How masterfully you have ensured the crisis does not take over your life. How masterfully you have maneuvered on a certain crisis moment. That becomes your outcome. That will spell your outcome. So E plus R equals to O. The E is fixed, because again, it is like you can't do much about it. The R is your variable, and that will then now result in your outcome. And so this is where you need to work on. What is your response? And what is the power that you come? What is the power in that response is what will really unleash the power today. And I'm so glad that you are here, because, when we talk in certain terms of greatness, we know that we are all in that environment of greatness, and we are going to go together hand in hand towards reaching our goal, towards understanding life, and towards understanding the what life has really got for us. All right. Okay.